Hello. Many creatives have the trait of high sensitivity. And what's really interesting about the practice of mindfulness is that it can really help a person like that to witness the flow of emotions in a really skillful way. And that impacts how they can engage with their work without it being blocked, because it sometimes, if you're not being mindful, it can be a bit overwhelming, especially for people with high sensitivity. And it's really striking me as I write a screenplay that's set in Ukraine, current day Ukraine. And I've done a couple of visits to the country, and it's a visit to Ukraine at the moment, which I strongly recommend against. It's not safe. And I have a particular background, which means I kind of have an experience in visiting places like that through previous work. But visiting the Ukraine at the moment can be, equally disturbing and inspiring, and it's deeply affecting. And so now that I'm back out of the country and I'm writing a screenplay and I'm following the news because I need to and I want to, on what's happening in Ukraine, a lot of strong emotion comes back and returns again and again and again. And what's really beautiful about the gift of mindfulness is that I can completely name it, acknowledge it, welcome it. It's intelligent, it has intelligence in it, and I can know that it's really going to serve my writing. And I don't fear it, and it just comes and goes. It's like a river that you witness, and it doesn't get stuck, doesn't burden, doesn't block the creative process. It doesn't stop me from working. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's really inspiring in terms of getting me on the chair and spending the whole day and into the night and forgetting my neck and the need to move the body. But it's quite empowering in terms of being an inspirer for me to be very motivated to barely look up and to really deliver the best possible screenplay I can on the story that I'm writing. So it just occurred to me how helpful a support mindfulness is for the highly sensitive creative person, and who can be, overwhelmed sometimes by the strong emotions when they engage in particular topics that they want to engage in. And it can get in the way, of being really clear about what story you're trying to convey and why. And it can get in the way of you practicing and executing your skills as an artist. And that's okay. People people have a few bad days and they have blocks and they get back to it. But with mindfulness, I'm finding that that doesn't happen. I don't have blocks. I don't have down days, um, because you're able to manage that flow of emotion you get spaciousness between between the emotion and this sort of mindful, loving awareness, witness of the flow of emotion. There's a bit of spaciousness there, and it gives you the capacity to um, not get caught, not get so caught in the emotion, which is quite empowering. Anyway, thanks for listening.